Good everything. Kesando Chuku here. I started this channel because I started the channel because like I had said, God had told me to start this a very long time ago, but I kind of stopped. I didn't do it. I didn't stop. I didn't start. And then at the beginning of this year, today is the 5th of June 2026. At the beginning of this year, I started posting scriptures, word of the Lord to us today, because I realized that I needed something I could do daily. I wanted to see if I could be obedient like that. So I'm recording from my self-contained in Pape. I'm at my sewing machine and this is my sewing machine. That's my cutting table and everything table, so I just throw everything on it. So I just wanted to have something where I spoke for longer, because now I've realized that, well, this might just be it, like we talk about scripture. And the word of the Lord today to us is from Psalm 19 verse 14. And it's like the end of that chapter, the end of Psalm 19. It's a Psalm of David. And just reading it on its own might not make a lot of sense. Because, okay, let me read what it says. These are the words in my mouth. These are what I chew on and pray. Accept them when I place them on the morning altar, O God. My altar rock, God. Priest of my altar. Now, when we look at this scripture, it looks like, okay, what's he talking about? Yeah. And let me just let this out now. So, because of where I live, yeah, there can be random noises in the background. So, ignore it. Okay. Okay. So, you would have to read the entirety of that psalm to understand what he's talking about in verse 14. So, I'd read some, we'll talk some, I'll talk some, and then we'll see what it's like. Okay, so it says here, Psalm 19, Message translation, that's what I'm using for today's Stitch and Pray, I don't know. So I haven't started Stitch and Pray, so by the way, this is yarn, and I'm supposed to be crocheting and praying. I'll do that. The name of the channel is Stitch and Pray, like stitch and pray. That's the letter N. Yeah. Okay. So let me read this. I'll try to be as slow as possible. Because what I've noticed is I'm basically trying my best to speak as slow as possible. So if I sound stupid, forgive me for that. It's the first time. I didn't know that I could be shy, but I guess I am. I know I don't like to talk, but I tend to talk a lot because that's my mask, literally. I'm trying to get out of that mask where I don't have to fill in the silence and have to pretend to like people or have to pretend to want to be in people's spaces. So most times I'm alone, and I'm alone not because I don't necessarily want people around. I'm alone because I don't trust people. Yeah, I said it. I don't trust people. So yeah, let's get into the word, shall we? Hopefully, I get to meet people that are genuine. Wouldn't think of me as a burden. I like the fact that God doesn't think I'm a burden, so it's nice. So if you're one of those people who feel like you're a burden, just be happy. God doesn't think we're burdens. Okay? Okay, so let me read this. God's glory is on tour in the skies. Godcraft on exhibit across the horizon. Madam Day holds classes every morning. Professor Knight lectures each evening. Their words aren't heard, their voices aren't recorded, but their silence fills the earth. Unspoken truth is spoken everywhere.